Hi and welcome. In this topic, I will tell you how to modify the proration method of MPA feature. MPA means Multiperiod Accounting of Account Payables. So, as you know, that seeded recognition journal line rule for MPA comes with proration method of prorate by number of period for invoice, and this cannot be modified. To adopt another proration method of recognition, journal line rule set, counting method, blah blah blah, so you have to custom these and to meet your requirement. So in this video we will change it, the default method we will keep it, but we will take like a copy from our SLA journal line rule set counting method and attach it to our ledger. So I will make proration to be prorate on number of days in respective period instead of number of period. For the MPA business case, all of us know that the business case of our MPA, for example, that there are business scenarios such as insurance premium, where organization receives invoices for the service to be availed for current as well as future period. Accounting of such invoices is done in multiple periods. MPA or multi-period accounting is a feature in Fusion Financial to map such business scenarios. For example, let's say organization buys insurance to cover risk for the period from January till December. The payment term for the insurance premium is annual, and so organization receive invoices of, let's say, for example, $12,000 on 1st of January to avail service of risk coverage for the period from January to December. Organization pays the premium in one go, but actual service is valid for the period from January to December. So as per accounting principles, actual business or expense need to be booked when it's actual valid. So in business case perspective, there are two requirements. That's a book liability for the total amount, which is 12,000 for the 1st of January. So as you know that there are accrual which will be debit and liability will be credit. Then when accounting period gets over, expense need to be recognized. Recognized means for each period it will credit the accrual, so debited our recognition account. This is the MPA. As you know that, for example, if your prorate method number of periods, which is our default prorate method, so the rate or the amount for each month will be 12,000, which is the total amount of your insurance, divided by number of periods, which is 1 year from January to December. So 12 divided by 12,000 divided by 12, so it will equal 1,000. So for each month it will be 1,000. For example, I will show you that I already created one before, no need to do the same again. Just I log into Oracle, and here, for example, MPA number of, again, number of period. This is like our example. If you click on edit, I create invoice in February 12,000, and I go to just click show all or show multi-period accounting, and I put it the theme from January to December, as you see here. So after that I create accounting. After that I go to schedule process to run create multi-period accounting. After accounting, once you click here and go to accounted, you will find that these 2000, which is in February, ignore this because in between I changed it from number of period to number of days for respective period. For example, in case of you are in Feb, so the system will calculate Feb and January and put the total amount of Feb and January in February, because January already closed and the current period now is February. So the system will make 12,000 divided by 12 period, so for each period will pass 1,000. But because you are in February and your start date is January, so the system will put 2,000, 1,000 for January, the other 1,000 for February in February. For March and April and so on, the system will generate or will move the accrual or will credit the accrual by 1,000 and put our recognition debit for 1,000. This is the standard or the default number of period. Today we will talk about how to change it from number of period to be number of days in the period. So the calculation method in this case will be so this is our setup. We will do it later. I just need to give you the formula for number of which is amount is calculated as proration method prorated by number of days for invoices. It will be invoice amount multiply number of days for respective period divided by total of days. For example, in our this case 12,000, it will be 12,000, which is invoice amount, divided by multiply 31 in case of you talking about January. So how many days in January? 31. So 31 divided by what? The total days of all periods. In case of you talk about here for 1 year, so it will be 365, which is the total days of our year. So this equal 1019.18, which is the total amount of January. In case of you talk about February, so instead of 31 you will put what? 28. 28 means the total number of days of February. So again the calculation or equation amount will be different because the days is less than 31 and so on. So let's start to show you the setup. First of thing, just go to setup and maintenance. I already did the setup, but I just need to show you to do the theme in your test instance. After that you will either deploy it in productions, but you have to try first in test instance. After that you can go to deploy it in production. Just search by journal line rules of our payables. Okay, take care of the modules because for each modules there are journal line rules. Again, journal line rules. Just search for CD journal line rule. Go to search. It is named multi-period item expense recognition. Multi-period item expense recognition. You will find 3. What does it mean? 1 for debit memo, 1 for invoice, 1 for credit memo. In case of you using MPA in your organization for the 3 types of invoices, so you have to do the setup 3 times. 1 time for invoice, 1 time for debit memo, 1 time for credit memo. So now, or in this video, I will make it for invoice. So whatever or all steps which I will include it or show you in this video which is related to invoice, in case of you using debit memo also for MPA and the credit memo, so you have to do the same setup in debit memo and the credit memo. It means you have to do, for example, 3 journal line rule, 3 journal line rule set, 3 standard SLA as a custom SLA, and so on. First of thing is just click on our invoice. As you know that we cannot modify the standard one. Standard one means provided by Oracle. So the alternative solution to take a copy, right? Just come here, duplicate. Duplicate means it will ask you the name, number of period, MPA. Take it the same in short name and description. Just save and close. It will give you that the default everything as you see here. Attributes of the custom journal line rule will be the same as that of seeded journal line rule copied from. To change the proration method, just click on accounting attribute assignment. You will find here entered amount. For this entered amount, as I told you, the default prorate method is by number of periods for invoice. So you just click it, just go down, you will find our other one, which is what? Prorate by number of days for invoice. So you have to change it from period to number of days of invoice. Just click on it, just try to save. Okay, ignore this and try to save again. Okay, save and close. Yes. Okay, just click on it to you will find it's already saved and the number of days for invoices. This is the first one as journal line rules. Take a copy, change the proration for accounting attribute assignment to be prorate by number of days for invoice. After that, search by include the custom journal line rule in journal line rule set. So just search by, just define, or I just need to show you what my custom one. This is what I defined before. Just here again, instead of this, I path the journal line by prorate. Just let me update because I was trying this one. Number of days for invoice. Save and close. Okay, done. Just again and in the video this one. Okay, the next one is attach this to journal line rule set. Just search by sub ledger journal line rule set. This one also for our modules, which is account payables. Click on it, search by seeded journal line rule set, which is invoice accrual basis. Invoice accrual basis. This one, invoice accrual basis. Click on it. So again, you have to take a copy from it and change whatever you need to change it. So copy from action, duplicate, Again, enter the name, for example, number of days, invoice accrual, short name, description, and your chart of account. Don't forget to include your chart of account. Save and close. You will locate seeded multi-period item expense recognition journal line rule, delete it and remove it from your custom journal line rule set, and attach our journal line rule which we defined before. Just go to down, look for multi-period item expense recognition. Let me take it copy, save and close, and come back to it. Just this one, update, locate seeded multi-period item expense recognition. Go to down, multi-period item expense recognition, this one for item expense. Just delete it or just delete, and again add your custom journal line rule. So it's deleted now. Just add your custom one which we already defined before. Again, you will add the line debit. Here you will mention your journal line rule. Here will be again invoice distribution account, and accounting clause is item expense. Go to up or down, still not added. Here again debit. What is your journal line rule? You define this one, right? And enter here invoice distribution account. Invoice distribution account. That's it. Save and close. And also before save and close, you can come back to it, and there is one as a status to be active. Just click on action to activate it, to check that everything is okay, like a validation from the system. Just come here, try to change the status to activate, because as you see here is still incomplete. So again, change status, activate to be active. Next step is the final step, which is, yes, I need attach the custom journal line rule set to accounting method. Accounting method of what? Of your ledger. So you have to go to specify ledger option to check the accounting method there, which is standard accrual, cash, custom, whatever, and come here to take a copy from it and include your journal line rule set to your standard. Now is active, so I can go to save and close. Now I am going to what? To attach this to our accounting method. To know the accounting method, I have to navigate to specify ledger option to check the accounting method there and take it a copy from it and attach it to it, and again I come back to the ledger to attach a new one. Before of that, I just, because I told you that I already defined a new one before, which is this. I already did the same to remove the multi-period journal recognition and attach my journal line rule set to our journal line rule set. After that, just go to setup and maintenance, specify ledger option, select the scope your ledger, go to specify and go to down to check your this one. So you have to take copy again from this one to include your journal line rule set. After that, you come back here again to change it to your new accounting method. So just come back to here, okay, cancel. Search by accounting method, manage accounting method, search by the seeded one, which is this one. So I already defined one. Just again come here to duplicate to take a copy. After take a copy, you will find the invoice. I will see my new one, this one. I created this before. I come here, take copy of my accounting method and go to down. I do two things. As you see here, there is one invoices for invoice accrual basis. What I did, I put end date and I added my one, which is invoice all, and attached my rule set. Just I need to change status, it's already activate. That's it, end date and add a new one. After that, I take this accounting method to attach it where in our specify ledger option to be number of days. So specify ledger option, again select the scope and come here to enter your, which is the new accounting methods, which include the new proration method of MPA to be number of periods instead of number, to be number of days for respective periods instead of number of periods. And save and close and try to do what? To do invoice. Go to invoice, create invoice like any invoice. I will do the same, that enter our business unit which is related to our ledger and check your supplier, put the number of days, MPA number of days. Here I will also pass 12,000. Also I will keep it in February, So lines I can keep it the same. Enter the distribution combination, either your expense or recognition account. So I will put any account and just go to show either multi-period accounting or try to show all, and go to multi-period accounting to enter the start date, which is 1st of January until 31 of December. What is the accrual account? Again, enter your accrual account, for example this one, and your segment values, and try to save, validate, approval, create accounting, and create multi-period accounting. Try to validate. Now it's validated. Just check the approval, either force approval or approval, save and close, and try to create accounting. Create accounting means the journals between liability of suppliers and accrual, which you put it here by 12,000 AGB, USD, whatever. View accounting, you will find debit, deferred, which is our accrual, credit, liability. Now I am going to do what? To create multi-period accounting. Just monitor process, schedule process, create multi-period accounting. And select the module, ledger, business unit, period. Select payable, our ledger, our current period, which is Feb. So again, in Feb, the system will include also the amount of what? Of January. Submit and check the status. Again, depends on the amount. You have to use the formula to check the actual amount. Is it correct or not? Just wait until all of the sub processes is completed successfully with succeeded status. And also there is one report, maybe you as execution or exception of multi-period accounting, which is show you all of the journals created or the journals which is credited your accrual account for all of the invoices which is related to MPA, and debited the recognition account. As a summary for all these invoices in this report. This one, create multi-period accounting execution report. Succeeded. Just try to check the output, either it's okay or not. Else you can again come back to the invoice and check the accounting there. Just download, open. This is our invoice, right? as you see here, in February calculated what? Not 2000. 2000 in case of using the default proration methods, which is number of period. But here it's include the new calculation of number of days for respective periods. Number of days here, it's included January amount and February, because January closed and your current period is February. Again, February, and you put the MPA start period from January, which is already closed. So how the system calculates this? It's very simple. Again, as I told you, what is your equation is invoice amount, which is 12,000, right? Multiply what? Number of days in period. So you have in this case two periods, January divided by 365, total amount or total days of the period which of your MPA. We put 1 year from January to December, so the total days of all of this is 365, right? The invoice amount 12,000. So this one for January. What about February? The same, but instead of 31 it will be what? 28, right? Divided by, multiply 28 divided by 365. This for January, so this February. Again, if you go to February, you will find 28, and for January 38. So you have to make this and this and check the total, which is our total, because this is what the proration of number of days. Just I need to make calculation or calculator. I will put 31 divided by 365. So this I can take a copy, which is round or whatever, and the same for February. Clear 12,000 28 365, which is this. So I can put it there, and I will put summation, this plus this. This is 1939. If you need to check 1939 7372 whatever, this is how to do the change the proration method of your MPA from number of periods to be number of days. Good luck. Thanks for watching.